Good morning from beautiful Ketchikan, Alaska. Want to go see a lumberjack? I know I do. Today we are headed out to the lumberjack show. I know, sounds kitschy, sounds touristy, but you gotta do the touristy stuff every now and then, right? And then we're going to head up to Creek Street where they say the salmon are running, and then down to downtown because you got to have a picture with the iconic sign, right? So come along, let's go see what's up. We started out in the warmth of the lounge watching the other cruise ships leave dock, enjoying the views from the dining room over coffee, and boy were those views beautiful. Noting the weird boats and the gorgeous homes. I could totally live here. My favorite were the seaplanes coming in for landing right next to us, and the single eagle we saw all trip. But it wasn't long before we caught the shuttle in for the Great Alaskan Lumberjack Show. So if you pre-buy your tickets, you can come straight into the store and get right in line to be seated. And the store is small but mighty. If you need an Alaskan souvenir of any sort, you will find it here. Who doesn't need a moose pin? Or maybe you'd rather have a fish or lobster. We sat right in front, and I was so excited to have such a clear view for filming. But then we were told that photos were okay, video is not once the show begins. So I thought I'd try to take microburst photos for you. You'll have to let me know in the comments whether it worked or this should be a one-time deal. This is gonna be fun. Lobster Joe told us how the competition works and that yo-ho is how to encourage your team. Then our teams were introduced. 2 men playing for the American team and 2 for Canada. Based on where we were sitting, we were on the American team. Okay, let's get this started off with some chopping. Both sides swinging those axes a lot faster than I'd feel safe doing, but America grabs a point. Next up, hatchet throwing, and the American team hit the bullseye each time. The Canadian team, not so much. Even from a Hail Mary stance in the audience, he threw and missed. Another point for America. One of my favorite events was the team sawing. They made quick work of it and were impressive to watch, but a point for Canada. The Canada team seemed to be great at chopping, so I knew they had this one in the bag. Point for Canada. But here's where the competition got complicated. Numerous skills had to be checked off the list, and well, Canada in the lead. So now it was time for Lobster Joe to take the team temperature, now that Canada had won 3 in a row. But America was like, I got this. And with his chainsaw, he went to work, and America ties it up. But Canada wasn't done yet. And yes, more chopping. So you know who pulled ahead again, right? Yep, Canada. So time for another powwow with Team America. If they were going to win, then America really needed to step up their game immediately. There was some sawing, some log throwing, and finally, some climbing, where America pulls it out to tie it up again. And now, the final contest. A little log rolling, if you please. This was by far the most fun to see. And it was clear that these guys have a great time with this particular match. But after a few dicey moments and a fall or two, America wins it all. I hope you enjoyed the fun and excitement because it sure was fun watching these guys. Okay, even though they don't allow you to take video in there, I think you saw by the pictures that it was a lot of fun. The tickets are actually very reasonable and you have a good time, and you can actually take a picture with the lumberjacks after. Yep, that was a lot of fun. Went in the store, got a few fun stuff, including the lumberjack calendar. Some lucky girl's gonna get this one as a gift. All right, guys, on to Creek Street. After the show, we walked to some of the nearby shops to find a few more gifts before heading to Creek Street, and discovered an art gallery along the way. Just incredible art. I mean, check out that inlay. So Ketchikan is a really small main town area, and we're gonna be catching the shuttle. There's a shuttle on every corner. Literally, where there's a bus stop, that's a shuttle stop. So if you need to get around, you want to get a little further out, that's where you want to go. You want to go to the shuttle stops. And as you can see, they're all listed there, quite easy. And the shuttle come up this way several times a day. We were literally at the very right-hand side of the, if you're looking at it from the dock, the right-hand side, right, left, whatever. Right-hand side of the town. It keeps going up all the way to Creek Street and over a few blocks. So there's a little bit of walking to do if you choose to, but it really is pretty easy to get around. The shuttle dropped us off right at the end of Creek Street, so we walked about a block to the beginning and to the views. So once upon a time, Creek Street was the red light district. Now it's shopping, restaurants, and just a really cool place to walk around. And haven't found it yet, but I understand that there is a certain falls that the salmon like to jump back up. So we'll see if we can find that for you. It really is picturesque, but don't lean on those railings. There are spiders. Thankfully, I was warned before going, and now you are too. We decided lunch was going to be our first stop, and we had heard great stuff about the New York Cafe, where we grabbed a cold drink, perused the menu, and enjoyed the Alaskan codfish and chips before heading back out to Creek Street. Built along the edge of Ketchikan Creek, Creek Street did have a tawdry past. Originally, it was a bustling center for gold miners, fishermen, and loggers, but evolved into the red light district in 1903. It was home to brothels, speakeasies, and saloons until it was eventually outlawed in 1954. Fortunately for us, the city decided to preserve this area and create a bit of an outdoor museum so that the history and the stories about these people in this area wouldn't be lost. But there was also a pleasant surprise here too. So one of the things I expected on Creek Street were a lot of tchotchke, wear your Ketchikan stuff home sort of thing. But I didn't expect was how many truly talented artisans sell their items here too. So look for that made in Alaska, look for that locally made sticker or sign in the window, and check out this incredible art. It is just beautiful. As we made our way to the end, which is really just a couple of blocks long, we saw the sign for the Fraternal Order of the Eagles, Area 162, a group like the Elks or Moose Lodges all over America. Sadly, there had been an accident that blocked the street, and so we couldn't reach the falls where the salmon were jumping. But we did see where that tram goes, Cape Fox Lodge. Okay, so we got a taxi and we are taking a little bit of a driving tour because the knee is gone. So time to take a drive around Ketchikan. We started off with a little spin around downtown, past all of the cruise ships that can dock right out front. Although ours was docked much further down, and there was even one further down from us. And of course, we had to drive past that iconic Ketchikan sign. Okay, so one of the things I've been known to do is hire a cab, ask them where to go and what to see. And our driver took us to another waterfall that I get to share with you. And it's just right on the side of the road. Taking the Tongass Highway that little bit out of town was beautiful. And next time we visit, we will book an excursion that explores outside of the town to see so much more. But soon we were back along the historic shops and restaurants on our way back to the ship for the night. Right before you reach the tunnel is a beautiful eagle sculpture called Thundering Wings. It was carved by Northwest Coast designer Nathan Jackson. Ketchikan was founded in 1900. The name is from the Tlingit and means thundering wings of an eagle. There are about 8,000 permanent residents, along with an average of 1 million visitors every year. As you can probably easily imagine with so many cruise ships docked right along the waterfront. Okay, so that was a lot of fun. Thanks, Courtney, for the drive around. That was great. We're gonna say goodnight to Ketchikan, get back on the cruise ship, and head for Prince Rupert. The adventure continues. If you missed our last video on the Dawes Glacier, I'll link that right here. Next up, Canada. We do hope you will subscribe and follow along on all of our adventures. See you next time.